Good morning. It's Tuesday, and I had planned on posting an explanation over the weekend, and it never uploaded. So I'm just going to try it again. So this week 4 and 5 assignment is concerning art history and art appreciation. So you're going to look at some artworks from the past. It can be as current as, a few months ago, but it's basically looking at artwork, and then there's two options. You can either imitate the artwork by posing and using props to imitate and basically fake that artwork through a selfie. And then option two is just to write about what you learned by looking and researching the artwork. So I know not everyone's going to want to do the selfie option, so I have put that in the slideshow. But the whole point is to celebrate art because we have missed World Art Day and Youth Art Month. And so I just wanted to give you a easy and fun activity to do the next 2 weeks. And it is for you to just open your dictionary of artists. So we talked about, several artists throughout the year. And if you've had me for 2 years, you know that I love art history and I love to teach you about really cool, interesting facts about the artists. So this way I can still do that by you just a self-search of something fun. And I'm also going to put a new slideshow up of some of the teachers that I got to participate in this. And it's called the Getty Art Museum Challenge. It's hashtag Getty Museum Challenge. And it's viral. And so it's all over Instagram, all over Facebook, all over everywhere, and social media. So this is something that everyone's participating in. It's not just going to be you. So you can always Google Getty Museum Challenge and see some examples. And I'm also providing examples that are age appropriate in the slideshow. If you've already checked it out, great. So some of this content can be a little weird because there's some guys dressing up as girls, and it's not anything. It's just to be funny. So it can be a little mature. So make sure that you find an image that's appropriate, and your parent can kind of help you out by picking one of those. And so I just wanted to go over like what it is that we're talking about the next 2 weeks. I want you to think about how this pandemic has brought out the creativity out in everyone, whether they can draw a stick person or not. Everyone is immediately looking to be creative while they're at home. And there's been a lot of inspirational things that I've seen. People are making a rainbow out of just found objects in their house. There's people that are taking these selfies. There's people that are building things out of the cardboard that they're getting out of their shipments. There's people making toilet paper roll sculptures, and there's all kinds of stuff that I've come across. And it goes to show that, I talk about in your introduction how it's very important to understand that in our nature as humans is to create. So it's just one of those undeniable responses to cope with, and that is how we cope with things, is to be self-expressive, to be creative. And it's also as a survival mechanism. Now it's not necessarily to go out and weave a basket and catch your own fish, even though we just did that. I taught you how to weave in case you were to have that kind of situation. But it's really just a mode of creativity and using and massaging that right side of the brain. I think you probably need that, especially with all these assignments online on the screen. It's important to get that right brain active. And so I just want you to have fun with this and look through the slides and see which one you want to do. You want to do the selfie and get real into it and find all these props around and maybe dress up your sibling. I've already seen one of my 7th graders do that, and it was awesome. So you can bribe your sibling with candy or, your phone or whatever to be your model. You don't have to be your model. You can use your pet. There's a lot of pet portraits out there from the Renaissance to wherever. You can use all those links, or you can just simply Google something. You can go to the Getty Museum, but they're limited on their collection, so you're not going to find anything as expansive as Google can provide. So if you're looking at Getty Museum, you can go to MoMA Museum. There's all the different museums. You can just Google Art Museum in the United States and pull up and just look through their virtual galleries and see. Or you can just Google Getty Museum Challenge and see some examples and maybe finding something that's already been done. I don't want you to spend too much time on worrying about which one is perfect for you, but just find something that fits you and you think you can easily do and manipulate in your home or outside your house, and have someone take a picture of you, or you take a picture of someone else, or you're getting your whole family involved. I've seen a friend of ours on the coast who has a couple of kids, and he got his kids and himself and his wife, and it was hilarious. And so it's just a lot of fun, and I would love to see you post yours and share it with the classroom. We're all friends here. Y'all know everybody, especially in your class. So just please feel free to do that. And if you're not comfortable with that, just email it to me. But I just wanted to give you the idea of, basically taking a painting and reenacting it. Like thinking about how that painter dressed the model and told that, like Mona Lisa, for example. Leonardo da Vinci had this model sit for him for I don't know how long. He painted and carried it around with him for 20 years before he actually got finished with it. Can you imagine that? So he worked on this model for a long time. She had to sit. And y'all know that sitting for hours at a time, you're not going to smile. So that's why it's so noteworthy that the Mona Lisa is a smirk, because that was hard for an artist. It was a challenge. And of course, Leonardo da Vinci was going to meet any challenge that he was faced. And he painted that model, and he put her in a very specific position. And he, made her wear certain colors, and he painted the background for a certain reason. And so he designed that painting from nothing. I mean, of course, he had the model to paint after, but everything else was his design. He was very particular about how he posed the model and everything. So think about that when you're looking at these paintings. Think about how the artist was very specific and decisive in the pose. And of course, I'm going to do this as well. So I will be posting mine because I have to have fun with y'all. And I would just encourage you to just think about it for a couple of days. Look through some pictures. There's Instagram examples too. Hashtag Getty Museum Challenge. I don't know about the Snapchat and the TikTok, but you're welcome to use those sources. But again, just make sure it's appropriate. So what you're going to do is take an image of yourself or someone else and try and make it resemble the original as much as you can. And I've had a lot of people that use toilet paper as props instead to make it like a Corona meme. So it's a lot of fun. You can do a face mask, add whatever you want, but it's going to be a little challenge. So to make that pose resemble the original is going to be a challenge in itself. That's why I'm giving you 2 weeks, because I know this can't be done in like 30 minutes. You have to plan it, just like the original artist. You had to plan this thing out. So I hope you have fun with it. If you have any questions, please just message me. I'm happy to help you. I hope this slideshow helps you get an idea of what I'm talking about, because a lot of times I just ramble and have this into my head, and it's hard to explain what I have. And I just hope you have fun. So just let me know if you need any help, if you need any ideas. I have been assigning all the teachers, the middle school teachers, I have actually found the original painting for them that would match them and resemble them, like Miss Tweety and the long hair. I found Miss Drawn a picture. I found Miss Shannon Smith, the secretary, a picture. There's a lot, and so just be looking out for that slideshow that I create of the teachers. And it's going to be awesome because it's hilarious. I love it. So have a good week, and I'll talk to you soon.